What's up, you guys? Welcome to episode number 1 of the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. I'm Brogan. Today I'll be joined as always by Blev and Wyatt. And today on the show, we're going to talk about our Mount Rushmore of comic book movie characters. Who do we think are the most important and who deserves a place atop our totally fictitious mountain? And then later on the show, in our scenarios segment, I'm going to ask the guys, if Jurassic Park were still in operation today, what would be the worst possible job there? So sit back, enjoy episode number 1 of Hold On to Your Butts, the podcast.
Hold on to your butt.
I was speaking.
He said hello there.
I was speaking. Yeah,
I'm glad we can all do a gay German accent.
It's a lot there.
We all have a lot in common.
Oh, I think we do have a lot in common. Yeah, that is good.
This is good. Milo Abianas. What do you say his last name?
Milo!
Milo Yabianas or something like that.
We're peaking.
Who is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hold On to Your Butts podcast, episode number 1. That's right. The Hold On to Your Butts podcast is the number 1 podcast in my house. And we are planning to expand that footprint as quickly as we possibly can because of gracious listeners like yourself. Please tune in every Friday morning. You can plan to have a new episode from the crew here, and that crew is
Blev.
Wyatt.
I'm sorry.
It sounds like you.
I don't
like
know.
You just
frog.
took
Well,
it
he had a fun voice, and I don't do voices.
and
that
you were.
well, so
That's very clear.
Wyatt had to go to the bathroom.
Let's try it one more time just for everybody. So, Hold On to Your Butts podcast brought to you by
Blev.
Wyatt.
and Brogan. That was really good.
That
was
a
really
lot
good.
better.
That was really
It's a
good.
lot better.
Guys,
Next time, though.
just a little bit about us. We are 3 guys who love video games, movies, TV, comic books, just a mix of everything. And we're
Everything under the sun.
everything under the sun. I think that's a pretty good way to attract
Broad
listeners.
stroke.
And we're going to be bringing you guys the freshest gaming news, movie news, TV news, and just talking about stuff we love here every week on the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. And with that, let's just kind of get into it.
So what are you watching, Brogan?
Let me tell you what I'm watching here right now. Actually, I've been watching 24 Legacy, Blev.
That's the new one, right?
That's the new one.
Different
So,
main character, correct?
different, not the Kiefer.
Not the Kiefer?
It's not the Kiefer.
Oh.
I would say honestly.
Are you only
tear
watching
down my
that because
face.
it's just like, I used to love that show. Is it
Absolutely.
really any good?
Okay, let's talk about Smallville.
Okay.
Oh, dropping the bomb already.
I was married to Smallville, first episode.
You were married.
I was married to
You got
it.
divorced from that shit quick.
No, I did it. I did it 10 years. 10 years
Wow.
I was with that woman.
Think
Jeez.
about how long of a relationship
That is a very long one.
That's
10
like
years.
It
you've
was
wasted
10
your
years.
life.
10 Yeah, I did.
You did.
I'm not even going to defend myself. You
There's
guys
no
can
reason
just
to.
take pot shots at me. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it.
What is a pot shot?
I think they got the idea.
No.
No, let's dig into this. What's a pot shot?
A pot shot? Wyatt, please explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the kind of hot takes we're going to be bringing to you every week here on the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. So I've been watching 24 Legacy, and honestly, it's been pretty good. I think it had a pretty slow start. It's been kind of battling the same things.
What hour are we on right now? Like third episode? So
Here's what's weird. It's not even 24 episodes. It's a 12-episode season. So it's
Weird.
like
It's
two
only
hours.
12 hours?
yeah, but 12 would be a less cool name for a TV show. 12 Legacy.
24 Legacy.
Anyways, it's good. I'm only
it-
a couple episodes in, and I feel like it's finally starting to kind of find itself.
So, can you stream it?
No. Well, Hulu and stuff. It is on Fox.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I'm enjoying it. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Again, I'm only a couple episodes in. It feels like it just kind of got past that first couple of episodes. You know, when like a new show starts today, it always kind of feels like, I don't know, cheesy or rushed to get you to know all of the characters that you're going to have to know for the whole season. Like, it was a busy, I guess is the best word to use.
Quick question about that. Is it weird to be like, okay, I loved the first 24. Now it's 24 Legacy. Is it weird? It's just like how like The Walking Dead. Now you have the other Dead.
I haven't even watched that. Have you watched that?
The other one?
What's that one
No.
called?
I have no idea.
I've
Some Walking Dead something.
Fear the Walking.
Fear the Walking
Fear the
Dead.
Walking.
Fear the Walking
Okay.
Dead. That was
Okay.
it. That was it. Guys, we are 3 experts bringing you.
I like that we have.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure that's what it is.
we
I
have
don't
like
even know.
computers and cell phones. And nobody looks it up at all. Everyone just stares at each other.
I would have to turn, and that just sounds terrible. No, I did watch a couple episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. It was very okay.
So like that's
tough to live
what
up
I'm
to.
saying. So it's like to me it's very like
I think it's just
uneasy.
capitalizing on.
I know, but still,
it's what it
it's
is.
Like, is it going to be good as the first? Like when people when movies,
Yeah.
for instance, like Jaws 1, you're like, oh yeah, Jaws 1's awesome, and then like
Who
back
was
in the
like
day-
that?
Yeah, I
Jaws-
found exactly.
Jaws, like
Jaws 1,
back in the day
Yeah,
when
it's
that first
true.
came out, like that was like top tier movie right there, just like
Yeah.
Star Wars, that
Just like
blew everyone's
Sharknado.
fucking everyone's minds burst in the movie theaters
Yeah.
after that happened. So like then when Jaws 2 comes out, and everyone's like, oh, that wasn't that good.
It's kind of weird. I would liken it to being like Michael Jordan's brother or something that like runs a basketball camp. You'd be like, well,
distant
you know,
cousin.
like my brother's really good at basketball, but like I'm pretty good too. Like it feels like it has a lot to live up to.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? And when a new show comes out, and maybe not even like so much Jaws 2 as much as like these shows that get rebooted.
Heroes.
Heroes, right? Was
Did you
terrible.
watch the reboot?
Was it a reboot
No,
for
I
that?
heard it was really bad.
Is it just streaming only, or
no, I think it was on TV, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was on
It got.
ABC.
I think it got canceled. real
NBC.
fast.
good thing.
NBC.
Yeah, that show got real convoluted real fast. Bad
Yeah.
guys became good guys, and vice versa.
Superhero
all
movie,
over
you
the
can't
place.
superhero TV show. You can't do that. You can't just like throw like snowballs and curveballs all over the place.
Yeah, that actually kind of brings me to a question that I have been wanting to ask you, Mr. Wyatt. When it comes to these reboots and new versions of TV shows, you know where I'm going with this. Star Trek, its new series coming out on CBS's
Oh, I
streaming
can't
only
wait.
channel, but it's not even going to
It's
be on
their app.
CBS.
I'll
yeah,
pay money for it.
Sure.
I'll
CBS app
pay
is
money for
free,
it.
by the way.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
has-
is it really?
It has commercials that ads
It's
in it.
just a little background. Star Trek is my life.
It is.
I love Star Wars, so the whole Star Wars versus Star Trek. I love Star Trek. It is my favorite thing in the world.
I think you have a Brent Spiner pillow, if that's correct.
I do.
Yeah.
You
okay.
do.
I do have a lot of
You
Star Trek.
cuddle up next to it. You caress it.
He gets real cozy with his data.
You're like
I
Brett.
love Spiner, you know.
Brett.
But like, I when the reboot movies, I have mixed feelings about it. I'm happy that Star Trek's back, right? Because it went away.
People are talking about it.
And
You're
it's
okay
back,
with that?
even though it's not the same. It's not
The
what I used to
movies-
love.
The movies are so incredible. They're awesome.
And that's and to me,
I'm
it's,
love
hoping
them
the
too.
TV show is going to be just as good, or
And that's
the
what I'm
thing that I
hoping.
hate though. That's the thing. Another thing.
There
I
are
dislike a
so
lot.
many. There are so many Star Trek nerds right now listening to this. Well, assuming we have listeners, there are so many Star Trek nerds listening to this.
but just like-
how dare you say the movies are better than the original TV show?
because I had a panic attack when the Khan one came out because it wasn't. It was like, hey, it was there. I got to see Khan
Yeah.
on big screen because when Khan came out, I wasn't even born.
Yeah.
and I'm so happy to see it. And it came out, and I had a panic attack and to call my brother and was like, dude, was it good? I don't even know. I was just excited to see Star Trek, but I didn't like the movie. But at the same time, I'm seeing Star Trek again, and so that's how I feel about this new one. I'm excited it's back.
I totally have to agree with Blev on this. Though, like, I love the movies. Like,
The
I've
movies
really
are
enjoyed
awesome.
them.
The movies are so incredible.
I think Chris Pine is a great. Kirk.
I think the cast
I
is
think,
by
like,
far amazing.
They're nailing
Bones, the guy that plays Bones, whoever that is, hands down the best of all of them. He's just
Carl
nails
Urban,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Well, the
Carl
thing
Urban.
that is, like,
He's amazing.
The thing that just worries me is just like, okay, now they're going to be moving away from the movies and now to a TV show. So do they keep the same character base, but they're not going to be the same person? That thing that, like, just like an Iron Man. If you watch the very first Iron Man, what's his like sidekick or whatever, like War Machine.
Yeah,
War Machine is not the same. Don Cheadle takes over. What's his face's
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Because Terrence Howard wanted more money, and
Terrence
he's like, "This is
Howard-
not going to go anywhere." But look at you now.
Terrence
man.
Howard is always about to cry. Like in any movie with Terrence Howard, it's like, I'm Terrence Howard, man. I just got something special to say to you.
What's he got even going on? Why did he drop that? I need more money.
Empire.
Oh yeah, that's
One word.
That's true.
No, I have
But that was
no
way
idea.
before. That was way before Empire.
Yeah,
No,
Empire wasn't out yet.
Yeah, but
You know,
I don't know. What
I
he
would
had.
imagine Empire would be the last thing I expected to talk about.
I heard that the reason why he didn't continue on with the series of Iron Man because he thought comic book movies weren't going to go
Yeah.
anywhere like that they would be where they are right now. You know,
Yeah. You think about that, like Iron Man was what started it all.
Spider-Man.
Well, yeah,
no. But like the fascination over actual comic book movies happened with Iron Man. I'm telling you.
Are you sure? Because after Spider-Man
Man,
came out,
I would say
all
Batman
the
and
studios
Iron Man.
bought everything up.
I would say Iron Man
Regardless of
happened.
whether they're going to make it
Maybe
or not.
Batman before Iron Man, though.
Batman is the OG movie, though. I mean, like...
No, I'm saying the newer releases with the Dark Knight Rises and all that.
But Spider-Man came out, in 2002, 2001?
But that with Tobey Maguire, that was awful.
I'm not saying it was
awful
good.
representation of Spider-Man.
The first two were pretty good. The third one, really bad. But
Really
the first
weird,
two were
emo,
pretty
In
emo
good.
every
Spidey.
reboot sense.
Yeah.
Every reboot sense.
But not the
I like
newest
Garfield,
one.
though.
The newest one that's coming out is gonna be really good.
Oh, I know.
You like... That's just a really... I know you're talking about Andrew Garfield, but
didn't
it
like
just kind
Andrew?
of sounded like you were just saying, I like Garfield, like the cartoon.
Well,
the actual movie.
That's also true.
Wyatt has severe ADD. I like Garfield. Very good, Wyatt.
But that's why, everything is... I really think it started with Spider-Man. After that, it just blew up. But I think you're right. Iron Man was really where it kicked it off.
Yeah.
But I think all the studios were buying them up after Spider-Man.
I think there's like, if you look
Not
back
really
at like the
studios,
Mount...
just Disney. And
Here's a
stuff.
question. If you guys had to create the Mount Rushmore of comic book movies, you could pick 4 characters to put up on this Mount Rushmore, like the most important comic book movies that have ever been made.
What do you mean by most, best movies or the most important movies?
Are you relating to when you say that? So like, there's the old Batman. You know,
Yeah.
back in the
89.
late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Those movies, or
Batman
are you
Robin,
saying
number one.
like after Iron Man and after Iron Man and on?
So I'll say, like, let me give you my 4 as the example and tell you why, and see if you guys agree or disagree.
Okay.
I
So,
like it.
so here's my 4 most important, and what I mean by important, I guess, is like which superhero movies came out that like sort of paved the way for this craze that we're experiencing.
And we're not
now.
going by actor. We're going by actual movie.
Well, like if we were going to put somebody up on that Mount
Okay.
Rushmore,
That's what I was wondering. I
be
just
like the
know,
character
hey,
bust.
I want Batman up there, and it's like, well, there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
So
Who you
pick
pick?
one.
Okay, yeah, exactly. We'll get the actor and the
Okay.
character. So I would put Michael Keaton's Batman from '89 up there for sure. Like I honestly, I could rewatch Batman '89 over and over and over
It's
again.
just
I think it's
mannerisms, man. I can't.
I honestly...
a lot of it was because he couldn't turn his neck.
But the trilogy, I think the trilogy was better. But let's be honest, I don't think in Batman Begins, who was that Batman? What was his name?
Val Kilmer.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale really wasn't that great. I mean,
Batman
he wasn't
Begins,
special.
though. Is that-
He wasn't a special Batman. There was nothing special about him. You liked it for the story and the villain, but not for him.
So Batman Begins is Christian Bale. I thought you were saying about like Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, I love Val Kilmer. Don't you talk about Val
Talk
Kilmer?
Have you seen him
Bat
lately,
nipples.
man? Whoa, he looks out of this world.
Amazing.
I don't know about that. You guys can be the
Debatable.
judge.
Jealousy right there, guys.
So I say Batman '89 for sure. I just felt like that movie was maybe the best example, even to date, of a comic book movie. Everything in
Strictly
that movie,
by the book, right?
Yeah, everything was
Literally.
shot like by the comic book. Everything was shot like a comic book. Like it had Dutch tilts that sort of like harkened back to the old like Batman '66.
The like actual director itself, you know.
Yeah, Burton was perfect.
Burton, yeah.
Tim Burton was like
He
meant
brings
to make
even
a
like
Batman
with
movie.
Alice in Wonderland. That's really good. Even like segue into that, but
Yeah, like
just the
that-
way he can depict like books and things like that.
that character, the
Are
character.
you
of
talking
Batman.
about mainly like it was like a superhero comic book, or are you saying it was like the story, like similar to the original story plot? Is that
No.
what you're trying to? What are you getting at?
I
here?
never, just in general.
I'm
like
not
a
gonna. I
fact
don't harp
about
on
me.
movies for
Yeah.
not for getting away from the plot because it's a movie and comics. It's paper and
Yeah,
very different.
It was nothing like any Batman comic, you know. Like it made up its own lore to the point where like now today, people say that the Joker's original name was Jack Napier, but his original name was not Jack Napier. In the comics, he never had an original name. That's only because of Jack's character in that movie
Portrayal,
was like
yeah.
it was named Jack Napier. They wrote that for that movie. And like as a comic book fan, I understand that in comic books, like they take liberties constantly with characters and
because they can. There's no.
Yeah.
There's no
like
Wasn't he Joe Chill at one point?
Joe Chill, sure, that was like the comic version, yeah. So anyways, I think that movie to me represents like in its truest form like a comic book movie. Like before that, the only other movie that to come out really was Superman with Reeves before that, and like that was a great movie, and I think that sort of revolutionized the game in the 70s. But people didn't
Well,
get
they
back
had
to the
Judge
well.
Dredd. I mean, there was other comic books movie. What was that?
But I don't think people.
It was like
actually,
90s though.
Nobody put that to
like,
it.
Like Judge Dredd, I don't know if the people that actually went to go see that movie or happened to see it knew exactly that it
Same
was
with
a comic.
that.
Yeah.
What was that? That car movie that came out recently?
Cars.
Oh,
Cars 2.
no,
Cars 2?
no.